Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining us on yet another edition of the program Good Morning Port Harcourt, coming to you from the studio of NTA Port Harcourt. I'd like to ask, how are you doing? I hope you woke up on the bright side of the day, and as always the promises to be an amazing time because it's a new day. New hopes, new aspirations, new dreams, and new vision for today. And from all of us in Good Morning Port Harcourt, we're promising you an amazing time. Yes, a bit of relaxation, a bit of entertainment. Soft is what we're going to be doing today on the program Good Morning Port Harcourt. Call me Blessed Otsi, and you won't be wrong. Well, you know how we do it. I'm not alone in the studio. I have
Francis and Son. Rise and shine, good people of Port Harcourt, for it's another very bright day with high hopes and expectation. And of course it's Friday, so I'll say thank God it's Friday. I wish I could sing better than that, but at least I believe that's my message, and that shows you how excited I am today to be part of this conversation with Blessed Noti and some wonderful personalities we are going to be having in the studio today. So once again, I'll say good morning Port Harcourt. Let's roll.
Talking about rolling, I see this excitement written all over you. Is it because it's Friday or something?
Yeah, there's something about Friday. After, the hustle and bustle from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then we have Friday. And Friday, of course, sets the pace for the weekend groove, the drives, and all that stuff. We're talking about the O1 that falls on Saturdays, and then the church stuff, and all that for those of us who go to church. And then on Sunday, so it's like a press sitter. And then it has this natural flow that comes with Friday because from the morning hours, everything just seems to be very relaxed, And then, of course, Friday is full of social activities, especially in a city like Port Harcourt where we have a lot of
places
potentials in terms of tourism, hospitality, where you could just drive into a particular place, or those of us who would love to stroll into as I say, social environment in the neighborhood and then just chill. Of course, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
The way you're going about this all work and no,
what I'm just trying to say in essence that I don't go for my Fridays.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay, that's nice. All right. Thank you so much once again for being part of the program. It promises to be an amazing time today on this platform. So keep it locked right here. Let's go on the short break. When we come back, of course, A.T. Frank will be discussing with our very first guest today on the program. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
A brand new sunrise is about to brighten your mornings. Wake up to Good Morning Port Harcourt, your fresh, vibrant and inspiring daily companion.
From the heart of the Garden City, we bring you stories that matter.
From politics to news headlines, sports, entertainment, lifestyle, and community happenings.
And all the information you need to start your day. It's all coming your way from Mondays to Fridays, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m.
Whether you're at home, at work, or on the move, make it a routine.
Only on NTA Channel 10, Port Harcourt.
So don't just wake up. Wake up with us.
Good morning, Port Harcourt! Welcome to the entertainment segment on Good Morning Port Harcourt. The moment I've been waiting for is finally here, and I thank God Almighty for making it possible for us to experience this day. It's of course a Friday, and I'll say thank God it's Friday. Today we'll be focusing on art. As I said, art is actually a true expression of what we see around us, and what we see around us, we're focusing more on culture and our traditions. So today, with us in the studio, we'll be having an expert, a professional, an inspirer, and I would say a model in the arts industry. And I'm talking about no other person than Ebiwari Ekate. He is a mixed media artist. You are welcome to our studio, sir.
Thank you very much. I'm doing very well.
Thank God it's Friday.
Yeah.
You are looking really amazing.
Thank you.
And I like your combination of colors.
Thank you. Thank you.
I will say once again.
Thank you.
Okay, before we rush into the discussion we have at hand, first of all, let me know, because we're talking of trending issues now. What's really happening in the industry right now? Because this 2026, of course, and I know that trends change from 2025 to 2026. So what are the things that are sustainable? Let's just have a little run.
So when you say trendy, things that people see that are happening presently, today's activity in the art industry. I think the first one I should talk about is the digital arts.
Okay.
You know, everywhere. Whether you're an artist or not, you see digital art everywhere. And digital art is just maybe downloading some images and getting them printed and framed. And you're making a lot of money. That's one of it. And if I must continue, there's also NFT, where you can mint your artworks and you sell for a lot of money. And most people right now maximize the social media platforms to get their works sold. Different from what we used to do those days, where you wait for somebody to come to you to get your work sold, or you go to their houses or whatever to sell your works.
And I'm sure the AI technology and the recent tools that are embedded in the that tech space makes it easier for you.
There are so many AI tools that are also enhancing arts. You know, as an artist, you should also flow with what is going on. Somebody becomes outdated when you are not updating yourself. Things are happening. Don't just sit in your closet and think you know everything. So AI has come to stay, and so you as an artist, 21st century artist, should also flow with what is happening.
Yes, because that same social media space, I visit it almost every day.
Yes.
And I see newer innovations. I mean, on a daily, I see different approaches. Even our content creators have a different way of doing things, and some of them try to, out of excitement, update us on how things are being possible. You see some artistic expressions, and some are even animated. You begin to wonder, wow, back in the days, it was quite difficult to achieve this. Maybe those in the Western clients or those that are actually achieving all this. But today you see those who are our neighbors, those around us are really performing wonders still on those spaces.
Yes. It's wonderful. You see, like I said earlier, move with the crowd, the cloud. As it's moving, move with it. Don't sit back and think you understand or you know everything. AI tools are there for everyone to maximize or to use, and then I also use AI tools. Sometimes when I just give it the prompts, it gives me what I want, and I'm good to go.
Okay, so how would you encourage maybe I'm not an artist, but I have a lot of interest in arts. So how would you, let's leave that for the later, then let's talk about the crux of the matter, what really brought us here. First of all, let's know, you as a person, what sparks your interest in art, and how has your style of art evolved over the years to reflect beauty and culture of Nigeria?
Okay, first of all, I'm a mixed media artist. A mixed media artist is the artist that uses more than one material.
Okay.
That's why the word mixed is there. I don't just use paint or whatever to get my work done. I employ other materials. It started when I traveled to Ghana for an art residency. An art residency is where you go and discover more of yourself. So I went there and I found that I could use found objects and cans to get artworks done.
Okay.
And so that was in 2015, thereabouts. So after that, I attended ArtX in Lagos. I came back to Nigeria. I started producing artworks, and I've sold a lot of those mixed media arts, and I'm still doing mixed media arts today. And it's been wonderful.
Okay, and your works, like were well displayed, really show the traditional values, because it reflects even the expression we have here. Okay, that's the can. Wow, that's an expression which we were just talking about, and it's looking very attractive. Okay, let's know about your other expressions.
Okay, my other expressions. In 2000, where we had the lockdown, there was so much tension in the world. People were thinking, oh, what next? I was in my house. I thought of how things were going to be done after the lockdown.
COVID-19 COVID-19 through a drastic blow the world at large, and it's very easy. As well for maybe like you in the arts world, where you had to know there was no opportunity for you to showcase your work.
Who was going to buy your works, or where will you showcase your works and all that. So everybody started thinking, and it was awesome, because when we hear the word think outside the box, that was what happened to me, and things just started coming. I was flipping through pages, and I saw some of these Nigerian art cultures. You've heard of Nok Terracotta, you've heard of Ife bronze, you've heard of the Benin arts and all that. So I was combining and connecting all these art cultures, because they have so much stories. They talk about our heritage, where we are from. I connected all these works, and I came out with a body of works which I titled, or which I called ABZ. Is an art technique and movement which I'm still propagating today, and I have works that I've done that are in that direction.
Okay.
And if you look at the works, you see the figures having some kind of circular lips. Their eyes are kind of closed, talking about, when somebody is in some emotional, whatever. And if you look at the body closely on the skin, you see some lines on the skin. You see some lines on the skin. Now, I had like 2-3 art cultures from Nigeria. The skin is looking like that of Ife. If you've seen Ife artworks, their sculptures especially, you see those lines. You see those lines. Now, if you look at the lips on that figure, you also find out that it also looks like Nok Terracotta. So those were the art cultures I connected, and I came out with this kind of artworks, and I've been doing that, and it really talks about our identity. Recently, I organized an art exhibition for IT students that just finished their internship with me, and we titled that The Many Faces of Us. The Many Faces of Us was talking more about identity polemic, where you are from or where you live affects the way you behave.
Okay, recently I was meant to understand that art goes beyond entertainment. So let's know what other message or aspects of art is really obtainable.
Yes, art goes beyond entertainment. You see, there's what we call aesthetics. People in the past know that art can make somewhere very beautiful. Oh, I hang an artwork here, it's very beautiful. Now, you look at artworks, they have stories to tell. They have stories to tell about where we were in the past, where we are presently, and where we are going. That's the future. Art can also be therapeutic. You look at an artwork, maybe you have some emotional imbalance. It just stabilizes your life. There was a lady in one of our past exhibitions. She just stood in front of my artwork, and she was speechless. I was just wondering what was going, through her mind and all that. No, that could be healing for her. So when I use the word therapeutic, art can heal. Art can disturb the one who is relaxed, and art can give relaxation to that one who is what disturbed.
Okay, you've been doing this for several years.
Yes.
And I've visited your not even gallery, a studio, not once, not twice. Yes. And most of the times I see lots of younger persons there with you, either there to inspire or to learn more. That means you've been doing this way back. And for you, the journey has not just been, let's say, smooth. You may have experienced the good, the bad, and the ugly. So let's know your story or your success path may have been faced with some form of obstacle.
Yes.
Were you faced with these challenges? and let's know how you surmounted them.
Okay, first of all, if you're in this life and you don't have challenges, I don't know. Because life is full of challenges, but it depends on how you handle them, you know. I have students for internship almost every season of the year, maybe from July to December. I always have students, and I hear some of my friends, my colleagues tell me, I can't accommodate students because the students are just a hell of, you know. You can ask a student to do this and he's doing the opposite of what you ask them to do. Sometimes they even use your materials and your tools without your consent, and it ends up, it doesn't end up that nice. So those are little challenges I have, but there's a way I handle them. I've printed out guidelines, like when they come, you have an art guideline, like we will call it a handbook, where they look at the things they should be doing and what they should not be doing. That saves us a lot of extra talking. You just come look at the book. Okay, in an art studio I should not be eating. In an art studio I should come, or before I come for my internship, I should have all my materials ready so that I don't use the gallery supervisor's materials, so that we don't have problem at the end of the day.
No, well, thanks for that.
Yeah.
We've been having a very interesting conversation so far, and really learning a lot from you. But let me know, how well does the society, immediate society here in River State, appreciate your kind of art, what you express to people?
Port Harcourt is just is beginning to understand the value of art. Unlike Lagos and Abuja, that art is just there and people are really appreciating it and making headway in art. In Port Harcourt, people are just beginning to know the value of art. And one thing the artist should also do is to do some publicity. You don't expect people outside there to know what you're doing when you are not doing some advert or telling people that yes, this is what I do, you know. And that will also go a long way in educating people about art. Tell them the story about what you are doing. People buy art not because it is beautiful, they buy it because of the story behind it. That's a lot of weight when it has some story behind it.
Indeed, people buy art because of the story behind it. We've been speaking with Ediwari Ekati, a mixed media artist. Let's go on a break. We'll be right back and continue with this conversation.
A brand new sunrise is about to brighten your mornings. Wake up to Good Morning Port Harcourt, your fresh, vibrant and inspiring daily companion.
From the heart of the Garden City, we bring you stories that matter.
From politics to news headlines, sports, entertainment, lifestyle, and community happenings.
And all the information you need to start your day. It's all coming your way from Mondays to Fridays, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m.
Whether you're at home, at work, or on the move, make it a routine.
Only on NTA Channel 10, Port Harcourt.
So don't just wake up. Wake up with us.
Good morning, Port Harcourt! Culture is the fabric that weaves a society together, defining its values, traditions, and identity. Cultural expression is a powerful tool that showcases a community's uniqueness and creativity. Michael Marshall, a local artist who wears his culture on his sleeve. Growing up in Port Harcourt, he was surrounded by sights and sounds of our local culture, which inspired him to create art that reflects our Nigerian identity.
I love arts, I love nature, and I love Africa. So I love our culture. So whenever I'm painting or doing drawings, I want to see our culture play in it. Also get my inspiration from different tribes in Africa and different cultures. Also get my inspiration from my daily life, what I see every day.
Art is a celebration of our collective history and a reflection of our values and traditions. Through the brushstrokes and colors, we see the beauty and pride of Nigeria's rich cultural heritage, showcasing the vibrant colors, rhythmic beats, and resilience of our people.
Okay, first, yes, I grew up in Port Harcourt. And Port Harcourt here we have more of the Cree people and their culture. Most time they play their cultural display when they are doing events. And from other cultures, they have the Yoruba, have the Benin, have the Efik and other people. So as an artist, you need to know all these cultures. I still watch movies, I see the Yoruba culture, I see the Benin, so I don't just pick from one place, I pick from everywhere because aside the culture and the arts, it's also a business. And when you're painting, sometimes I don't just paint for my own inspiration or paint what I like. No, I just paint what I think people would like. Because what I might like, sometimes I don't like it. So I can paint something from Europe, I can paint something from the village, I can paint something just for something combined together. And someone just come and say, I love this, so this one is nice. The person will ask, okay, let me go with this, understand? This is an abstract, an African art. The concept of this painting is a bond between an African mother and an African daughter. This is the mother and this is the daughter. So I kind of join it so that the both of them they face together. So you don't just see exactly where this one ends and where this one ends. So whenever I'm painting, I just choose my color wisely so that the work will look very sharp. And then I have this other one here. These are a group of African farmers with their African attires. It's also an abstract. I designed the work in a way that this one here is coming from a farm with a calabash, and this one is an elderly one with a long staff, and they are all putting on different attires of African wears. And I choose white for the background because of the colors I use to bring the art out. And for some people who love interior decorations a lot, they like a background that when they paste the art somewhere, it will not select colors or it will just fit in where they want. That is why I choose the white background and varieties of colors to bring out the work. Let it look dark, let it look sharp.
Through art, we see the beauty and pride of our cultural heritage. So, let's celebrate our rich cultural identity and the talented artists who bring them to life.
A brand new sunrise is about to brighten your mornings. Wake up to Good Morning Port Harcourt, your fresh, vibrant and inspiring daily companion.
From the heart of the Garden City, we bring you stories that matter.
From politics to news headlines, sports, entertainment, lifestyle, and community happenings.
And all the information you need to start your day. It's all coming your way from Mondays to Fridays, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m.
Whether you're at home, at work, or on the move, make it a routine.
Only on NTA Channel 10, Port Harcourt.
So don't just wake up with us.
Good morning, Port Harcourt! Indeed, culture is the fabric that weaves the society together. If you are just joining us, the program is Good Morning Port Harcourt, and we've been reflecting on artistic expression and how it is appreciated in our society. We have with us in the studio Mr. Ebiware Ikati. You're welcome back, sir.
Thank you very much.
Okay. So earlier on in our conversation, I know you spoke a lot about arts and all that, but as an expert, really, I wanted you to remain put so that there are certain aspects we did not touch on. Now, focusing on our traditions and cultures, there are certain expressions that are really appreciated. Like you mentioned earlier, you mentioned some jobs that have been historically identified to be one of those very unique pieces or expressions that have been known internationally or the world at large. So let's know now, you have lots of wonderful expressions, but let's know what are those unique expressions you would like to showcase to us, and then why, especially when it has to do with our culture.
Okay, and one of our art cultures, most of our art cultures, we studied in school those days, fine arts, was a knock terracotta. Knock terracotta is just burnt clay. They were sculptures that were done so many centuries ago. They exhumed them, found them in some places. Now we also have Benin art. We have Ife art for the western part of Nigeria. And all these arts I just mentioned have their unique values. They have unique characters also. From terracotta is characterized by images with round lips, and you have most of the eyes, punched. And so I try to employ that in my art. We also have Ife art, which if you look at the skin, you see those lines. They mean a lot. They also talk about identity.
This next question, it's really going to take you by surprise, because I'm not an artist, but with, initially we spoke about AI, the tools and everything.
Yes.
And what I do is, every morning when I wake up, I say my prayers, I try to think of what I'm going to wear, set out and everything, and then I try to play with tech. And as a result of that, I get better by the day. So I tried something on which is very artistic, which I would like to show to you.
Yeah.
And then I tried to achieve this with AI, and it's looking really
nice.
Artistic.
Yes, that's nice.
I didn't use any brush to achieve this. I just went on an AI tool and then prompted some commands, and this is what I got.
Yes.
So with this, don't you think it's going to pose a challenge to artistic expressions that are physical, those that are in your studio?
Okay, first of all, 1973 and 2026 are not the same. So many years the difference. So if you as an artist that was born, or you're coming from the 80s and you're in 2026, there are AI tools that are there for you to maximize, to use. Those days we employed the conventional, the normal way of using our brush. You paint, you apply colors on canvas and all that, and we wait for our colors to dry, and so the process is long. But now with our AI and with modern technology, you have apps, AI apps, and that you can just prompt a command and it gives you what you want, like you were just showing us on your phone now. Yeah, you can be bothered about how am I going to combine these colors. You don't have to be an artist to employ AI tools in your daily affairs. and so it makes it easier. I will not say the artist should completely depend on AI tools. You're an artist, you're an artist. An artist is somebody who does creative things. He could use AI tools, he could also use his hands, you know. But sometimes it's just it's my own opinion. I don't know about any other person. I see art not just as a digital print. I see art as what the artist does with his hands, and you can feel it. It has texture.
And beyond that, so it's meant to spark emotion.
Yeah, it does. You can connect with that canvas. Especially what I do mixed media art, that when you touch it, you are feeling something.
Yeah.
It's not just, you're feeling it. Yeah. So that's it. I have friends who come to me and say, wow, this AI, this thing is becoming a problem. Are we going to make ends meet? Are we going to, is this thing not going to take us out of this art business? No. As an artist, you should be, or you should know what you're doing and express yourself. Of course, art is about expression. Yeah. The only time you see the impression is when the artist decides to what? Put it on canvas. And it's an impression on the canvas.
So it becomes the visual impression.
Impression on the canvas.
Well, thank you so much. I've really learned a lot from you, and I believe that the public has also consumed a lot from the expressions and also your definition and angle to what art truly is. And then I would also say that no doubt, as an artist or intending artist, you need to step up or keep upgrading yourself, no doubt, but doesn't mean that AI should take over everything. Of course, you should know that AI doesn't have emotions, and the artist is meant to provoke or spark emotions. Thank you very much. I'm glad that you came to our studio, and I believe whenever I invite you again, you'll be here to tell us and showcase more of all your expressions to us.
Yes.
And your jobs are so lovely, so beautiful, that I'm beginning to think which of them I'm going to keep with me. Right. So let's quickly, before you go, first of all, let's know what's the name of your studio or whatever.
Okay, the studio is Abyss Art Gallery.
Okay.
Abyss Art Gallery, and it's just around Umbaba axis.
Okay, thank you very much. So we've been interacting with Ebiwari Ekati, a mixed media artist. Let's go on a break. We'll be right back.
A brand new sunrise is about to brighten your mornings. Wake up to Good Morning Port Harcourt, your fresh, vibrant and inspiring daily companion.
From the heart of the Garden City, we bring you stories that matter.
From politics to news headlines, sports, entertainment, lifestyle, and community happenings.
And all the information you need to start your day. It's all coming your way from Mondays to Fridays, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m.
Whether you're at home, at work, or on the move, make it a routine.
Only on NTA Channel 10, Port Harcourt.
But don't just wake up. Wake up with us.
Good morning, Port Harcourt! Welcome back to our entertainment segment on Good Morning Port Harcourt. And of course, still on the show, we have another very great personality with us this morning. And I'm talking about no other person than the man Adema called Dennis Badula.
Thank you, boys.
Good morning, bro.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm very fine.
Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Okay, the last time I met you, your dreads were quite long. It's like it decided to be blonde this year or come up with something different.
Well, it had a tinted tip, so I just wanted to take it out.
Okay, is it the trend is evolving or just
I just want to change the style very little, small.
Okay, thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you.
Okay, now the Nigerian music video industry has undergone significant evolution over the years. transforming from single low-budget productions to high-quality cinematic expressions. And of course, we have, if you look over the years, we used to have those very poor low-quality productions, but now, just like the ones you produced recently, we see some super, very sharp, high-tech productions that have been coming on board, especially from you. So let's know what's really happening. Let's follow and understand the trend over the years.
Okay, I think now we have access. You know, there's an internet, there's everything. Now we have access to those equipment. We have access to gears, very good gears, cameras to use. Unlike before where we had limited access to the stuff. So now we have it, we have the knowledge, and we can actually do those stuff you're seeing on MTV. Yeah.
Yeah, like I know in the 90s, we had artists like Tony Tetwila, The Remedies producing videos that are, I wouldn't say low quality, but quite different from what we have now. And then later on in the 1990s, we had this revolution where we started to see, or the artists started coming up with something very different because they appreciated what was on board. That's the tech or innovations coming from creative directors and musical video directors like Dennis Bedula. So that's recently some of those jobs that you've really produced that you like to project to the world.
Okay, I've done some projects down here in Port Harcourt, like for I've done some projects for Super Mario. I've done some projects for Jason, Jason Queen. And also I've done a short film for myself too. Yeah, my own project, which screened at the Garden 60 film exhibition. That's December last year. Yeah.
Okay. The emergence of Afrobeat, would I say we defined the music industry in Nigeria, where I think back then we had people like the Banjan and the Co who came up with some very innovative and well accepted projects, you know, and then we had Wizkid and other likes who came up on board. And this is highly appreciated because it's quite different from what we have over there in the Western world, which also came as a challenge and a threat to those music that we used to appreciate. And when you go to clubs or social space, you listen to, they will not be called names now, but Western music. But now, the Nigerian kind of music, Afrobeat, is everywhere. So let's have an update on that.
Okay, our Afrobeat has always been a very big music, you know, from Fela and all that. It's just that we didn't have the access, like I said, to actually export our music, you know. But with times, as times changed, we started having those access to export our music. Other part of the world started hearing our style of music, which was very, very unique. Our style of music has been very unique, I can say. So when they saw our style of music, I think you can't really resist it. So that gave birth to major Afrobeat artists, and it also attracted investors who can actually project this style of music. That's why you see our music videos changed, because we now had a lot of funding to make it work better. So we have very good music video, and one thing that sells more in the entertainment world, it's when you do something your own unique style. And Afrobeat was very unique. It didn't come with the style of the Western world. It came with our own voice, our own words, our own stories. So that's why our music videos were shaped that way. Even till now, we still have very, very awesome music videos. Even better than a lot of Western videos, I must say.
Okay. In places like Lagos, we have names like Momusa, Clarence Peters, and down here in Port Harcourt, we have Dennis Bedula. And your name is like a household name, because every artist I know and have interacted with said you've done one or two jobs or encouraged them in one way or the other. So let me know, how has your jobs really impacted in the lives of very young artists who really believe so much in you and your jobs?
Okay, mostly what really drives me with this passion. Okay, so most of the time when I assess this artist, they really don't have funding, they don't have the right budget, but I tend to work with the budget they have. I tend to look into that budget and understand how to work with that budget and create something interesting, instead of just giving them a price for something big, where we have upcoming artists down here who can't really afford those major music videos. So I tend to like, okay, fine, what do you have? What kind of budget do you have? Then we'll look into your budget and try to transform and make something out of that your budget. I think that's what created that difference, because I tend to work with people's budgets.
Okay. You also do short films.
Yeah.
Short films. Yeah.
As a music video director, it's natural that you're a filmmaker already. Music videos is just a part of filmmaking, which is a montage. Okay, so normally you are a filmmaker. Even them Clarence, all of them. Clarence has a short film. They have films they've made. So I came from the house of direct filmmaking, because I'm a cinematographer. So I still have to make films myself. Yeah, I think last year I was part of a very big movie in Port Harcourt here, which is Dara. That's the screening on Amazon Netflix right now.
Okay, that's a nice one. So at this point, because I'm really itching to see some of these jobs which you've done recently, probably in December, or let's say this January, something new might have come. So at this point, I'll just say we go on a break. Let's get one or two expressions and enjoy what Dennis Badula has to showcase to us. We'll be right back.
Can you share with the class?
What has taken your attention?
That one that has a scar on his face. That's my hair on it.
Ele ti mo blood looking past the Red Sea. Damn!
Welcome back to our entertainment segment on Good Morning Port Harcourt, and I've been interacting with the man I refer to as Dennis Bedula. And those are short films and music videos which we just watched were actually directed and produced by him. And quite interestingly, he is here with us in the studio to have this interaction with us. I have known him for a couple of years, and when I invited him over, he did not, did I say, resist and came over. Thanks very much for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you. I really appreciate your jokes. I don't know if you would like to give a word or two or expressions and maybe an advice to those upcoming artists or those who want to enter into the movie industry.
Okay, what I would say to any upcoming director or filmmaker is that you need to put out your works. Okay, I understand as a creative you feel you want to get something perfect before you showcase, but here is the truth: no perfection in filmmaking. Whatever it is you have, your film, your story, however it is you have created, it is very unique to you. You need to put it out. There are a lot of film festivals, exhibitions waiting to see your work. I think you need to put out your work. That's the best advice I can give.
Like, what are these potentials do you think one should possess in order to be qualified to be a filmmaker?
Okay, filmmaking is a continuous learning process. So it's not something you learn like completely and say, okay, fine, you're a complete filmmaker. So what you should do to actually become somebody who is practicing is to, as I see, we have YouTube today. We have YouTube, we have a vast library of knowledge in YouTube. And secondly, which is more importantly, look for a mentor, somebody who you can follow, somebody who you can check. Try to mimic their progress. There you actually see your own journey.
Okay. And of course, not giving the fact that these days we have recent text and AI tools that could help us, generate and create our own stuff.
Yes,
because I see some music videos that have been animated and all that. I don't know if you've ventured into that.
Yes. I'm currently in the process right now. We are actually we have a masterclass that's actually going on for AI videos. Though we are still speculating, no, it's a new invention, and we are still trying to check or accept it. It's really interesting. AI videos are cool. They are very easy to make. At least you can tell your story from your own comfort. You can tell your story, yeah. So I think my advice to any filmmaker is to actually go into AI to check what it is it has for you. Yeah.
Okay. Now, Dennis, thanks so much for coming around. I really appreciate your effort. I know it's been a while we've done this. It's a regular thing. Normally, I know you are always behind the camera. So if you don't see that it's something a little bit strange to you because you may not be comfortable, you love to be behind the camera, right? Yeah. Because I'm not seeing any of those your movies.
No. I don't think it's embedded in our DNA to be from. It's just that we have to do it. We usually, like even right now, as I'm looking at all these cameras right now, I'm still thinking of what's going on behind the camera. I'm still thinking what ISO, what shutter speed, what's going on. That's just how we are created, that's how we think. So just want to be there. Yeah.
It's really been a pleasure having you on Good Morning Port Harcourt. So thanks once again for coming around.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so we've been interacting with the man I refer to as Dennis Bedula. Let's go on a break. We'll be right back.
A brand new sunrise is about to brighten your mornings. Wake up to Good Morning Port Harcourt, your fresh, vibrant and inspiring daily companion.
From the heart of the Garden City, we bring you stories that matter.
From politics to news headlines, sports, entertainment, lifestyle, and community happenings.
And all the information you need to start your day. It's all coming your way from Mondays to Fridays, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m.
Whether you're at home, at work, or on the move, make it a routine.
Only on NTA Channel 10, Port Harcourt.
But don't just wake up.
Wake up with us.
Good morning, Port Harcourt! Now we all agree that the movie industry has evolved over the years with the little experience we had here with Bedula. We agree that Port Harcourt too is also setting the pace for other states to follow. Back in the days, you know that when you want to shoot a very neat or clean video, you depend on places like Lagos. But the trends have really changed,
Abuja,
and all that. So now Port Harcourt is at it, and we have somebody here who has really been here to tell us what's really happening in the industry, and we're well abreast right now with the trends.
Beautiful one. You know, it feels good to know that Port Harcourt also is going to be out there, okay? Because we know that in the time past, you look up for states in the east, you know, states in somewhere around Asaba. All of these places are the places most people will just readily go to shoot their movie. But bringing it back home, it's really awesome because we know that a lot of movies are springing up from this side of the world, and of course our country, and it feels good, okay?
And then beauty, of course, lies in the eyes of the beholder. And when I looked at you this morning, I was saying, wow, Friday just looks different because of this spark and uniqueness that comes with you today. You're so very colorful.
Because of the way of popping someone up, okay? And red happens to be one of my favorite colors, okay, because it brings out that, the uniqueness, the gorgeousness of me, and so I like red.
Okay, so we're talking artistic expression here. We can see that, when our artists or the mixed media specialist spoke to us, he said something about colors, combining colors and bringing out the best in us. So you're good to go.
You can say that again. And before I forget, beautiful artwork he brought today on set, and I at some point I was like, don't take them away, don't take them away. But then he had to, actually live with them, and it really feels good what he's doing and how he's using art to, interpret a lot of things. It really makes more sense, okay?
Especially using arts to appreciate our African culture, the uniqueness in the expressions and the kind of jobs he does was really, really, really rewarding to us because it feeds the eyes, and like you say, art is entertaining, not just entertaining, or it goes beyond that. But you look at it, it heals somehow. Like you said, the story of the woman who just stepped into one of his artistic jobs, and then he was wondering what's really going through her mind. Maybe it brings back memories of something, and at the end of the day she just lightened up and was happy. So it's like a medicine. Art, it's just
art means different things to different people, and it's really, really amazing when you see people translate from the abstracts to something very fantastic and amazing. It's really beautiful. Okay, so this is where we've come to the end of the program today. Good morning, Port Harcourt.
So till same time on Monday, we'll be coming back to you with another very interesting topic. I remain Francis Sound, and
of course Blessing Otis is my name. Thank you for being part of the program.
Bye.